Cedar Point decided to drop a stunner on us all on the morning of September 19th, 2024, revealing that their brief teaser campaign had nothing to do with the ocean at all. It was in fact for a Vekoma tilt coaster, known as Siren's Curse. This is going to be an interesting addition. Let's dive into it. Starting with some basic stats, it'll be 160 feet tall, 58.4 miles an hour, and 2,966 feet long. It'll be featuring a pair of low-to-the-ground inversions to go with the barrage of airtime moments. Cedar Point's website claims there will be onboard audio plus lighting packages on each train. There should be a total of 2 trains with 24 riders each, for an hourly capacity advertised on Vekoma's website of 1,000. Getting a little deeper into the layout, this is a stock model from Vekoma, advertised as the Cliffhanger. I don't think there's a problem with that. The layout looks great on its own, and there really wasn't the need to fix what wasn't broken. It also fits nicely on a plot of land across from Iron Dragon, between Millennium Force and Valraven. Tilt coasters have unique and visually jarring drops. They're very comparable to dive coasters in that sense. I have no idea how the drop itself will ride, but my guess is that it'll have good floater before a snap to the left. Next comes a twisted hill that almost looks like a non-inverting dive loop, and it will give great laterals and airtime, especially in the back row. Following will be a low-to-the-ground 0G roll taken near the ride's max speed. This could end up being the best inversion in the park, and the park is filled with a lot of great inversions. Next up is a triple down featuring off-axis hills to throw in some variety, followed by yet another twisted airtime hill. Afterwards, in quick succession, there's another hill, a second barrel roll, a wave turn, and then a few airtime pops until you go into the final breaks. The pacing on Siren's Curse looks like a very strong attribute, and despite being a clonable model, this still looks and feels like an original ride. The tilt effect will attract anyone bold enough. I've always believed it's different enough from a regular dive drop for a park to get both. Cedar Point already has a comically good coaster collection, and 2025 is bringing both this and hopefully Top Thrill 2. I mean, you never see parks add in coasters twice in a year, let alone 2 major thrill rides. Of course, being an enthusiast, I have to point out a couple of small details. First, I'm wondering if this is the Vekoma track we saw at Six Flags Mexico. I would really feel bad for that park if their new headliner was stolen by a park that already has 4 or 5. I can't say for sure, but it is the same color. Secondly, this marks the 3rd major Vekoma opening in the USA in 2025. The Dutch manufacturer has really continued their insane comeback, and I wouldn't be surprised if we're only a couple years away from seeing them go ground up on a hyper in the States. My one gripe of any kind is that it probably should have gone to another park. It must be really deflating for Six Flags Mexico having this fall through. I also think a park like Valley Fair probably could have used it a little more. With that said, there's probably a surprisingly good reason as to why this was put in Cedar Point. Maybe it's because they had the instant space, or something contractual, or something to do with attendance. I get why a lot of people are complaining about location. It does kind of feel like KD going to the Warriors in 2016. All in all though, good ad for a great park. I'm really excited for this. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe, but only if you want to. And sooner rather than later, I'll try to get a video out on some major 2025 editions. Thanks.